The police are investigating the situation. They do DNA tests, and the blood comes back positive for OJ's blood as well as the victim's blood. And on June 17th, there was an arrest warrant for OJ. OJ's lawyer, Shapiro, was notified at 8:30 that OJ should turn himself in. And Shapiro came back and said, well, can you give him until 11 o'clock? And, the police said, yeah, that's no problem. He's a celebrity. He's probably not going to run. And they agreed to allow him until 12 o'clock to actually turn himself in. And then things are kind of being set in motion by OJ. He updated his will. He called his mother and his kids, and he wrote 3 sealed letters. One to his kids, one to his mother, and one to the public. Over 1,000 reporters were gathered in front of the police station waiting for him to turn himself in. But he didn't turn himself in.
Right.
LAPD called Shapiro and said that he would be arrested if he didn't turn himself in. And at that point, he became a fugitive. Yep. The public letter was actually read on TV.
By Robert Kardashian.
Yeah, with Robert Kardashian. In the letter, OJ said, first, everyone understand I had nothing to do with Nicole's murder. He said that they got into some fights, but they, decided not to reconcile. And as a last wish to the media, he asked not to bother the kids. He also said, I can't go on. He apologized to the Goldman family. He said, don't feel sorry for me. I have had a great life, great friends. Please think of the real OJ and not this lost person. Most people thought this was a suicide note, right. And his mother actually collapsed and started crying after she heard it. So now begins this search for OJ's Bronco, which, by the way, was supplied by Hertz Rent-A-Car.
It's a Hertz rental. Yes.
And eventually they found the car on the freeway. And hence starts the whole famous Bronco police chase.
Right.
20 police cars were following OJ's car. OJ was in the car with AC, and he had a gun to his head, basically ready to kill himself. At one point during this chase, OJ's former USC coach got on the phone with him and convinced him not to kill himself. By 8 o'clock, OJ had pulled into his Brentwood estate. There was 27 cops waiting. He waited in the car for about 45 minutes. He eventually got out. He talked to his mother, drank a glass of orange juice, which the reporters got a kick out of.
Man.
And he turned himself in.
Right.
When they searched the car, they found $8,000 in cash, a change of clothing, a loaded .357 Magnum, a passport, and a disguise kit with a fake goatee and a fake mustache.
Right.
When you're watching all this unfold on television, the whole world is watching. What did you think?
I thought this is a sociopath, 100%. I thought I didn't hang out with OJ, but there were times that we were out together. Never before is a man that wanted to be adulated by people, no matter what, with having him to say people love him. He wanted people to love him. I think that's what first of all, the letter's about. It's about, remember the real OJ, the one that this doesn't mean. That's a classic sociopath. Mm. And I was watching it with friends, and I just said, he's not going to kill himself. This guy, he loves himself way too much. When I didn't know about the mask and all that. No one, that was released later. Yeah. But that's, I think, was really an admission of guilt, somewhat of knowing he's going to hide out after he just said that he was going to kill himself, but he still had the 8,000. He still had the passport. He still had the mask. So I think it was just fugitive on the run, escape.